Hello. Hello. Hi. I'm still setting up a few things, but I will be with you shortly. I'm setting up the webcam and a few other things. And yeah. And then I will be there. Wait, wrong calibration. Okay, better calibration. Let me see. Yes, we are here. Okay. Let me see. Boom. Hello, world. Hello, people interested in game development. Hello, people that are interested in plane shift development. Why not? Why not? Today we're going to continue on the female character because I want to finish it. Yesterday I went a bit mad, I have to say, on the on the rigging and waiting. Uh, um, Okay, so I'm just typing some stuff, and yeah, I think we are live. We can continue with the female alien lady. I hope I can finish it. I got some tips. I got some tips from Marcellum on what I should do for. Let me launch Blender for the weights. Let's see if that works okay or not. But definitely, I think we're pretty close to finish it. It's just that we need to fix, the weight properly, and we need to be sure that. So let me also put some music so we can work with some background. I got a copyright. I got a copyright strike yesterday. Let me check what is it because I'm interested to understand what is it. I got a copyright strike for one of the. Okay, let me try. Unfortunately, no, because if I play it now, I will get another copyright strike. So no, I cannot check it now. It's not a good idea. I will check it later on. Okay. Okay. So this is the lady, and it still needs a bit of cleanup on mainly on the face. As you can see, there are some dark areas, and definitely the hair mesh can use some work. But overall, I think is not too bad. Overall, it's not too bad. We have a problem with the weights, so I need to check the normalization of the weight. So the first thing was the first thing is weight paint. Okay, at the bottom of the 3D viewport window, weight normalize all. Okay. Normalize all vertex groups. Okay. So if I do this, right, assuming that it did it, assuming that it normalized all of them, what I wanted to, and what I went a bit mad the other day, yeah, and I think we still see the problem. The problem is that I want my feet, you know, to have 100% on this one, on this bone. And let me see, because I took a note. Under strength of the brush, what is that? Strength brush auto normalize. I don't see. I don't see that menu. No, there should be a menu. There should be a menu with the brush, right? I'm in draw, right? Transform properties, maybe it's under tool. Brush advanced, subtract, brush setting options, auto normalize. I think is here. Auto normalize, ensure all bond deforming vertex group add up to 1 while painting. Okay. Hello, Hula. Because you know the number of songs is very, very, very high, so it's thousands, and sometimes we play stuff that it's never been played, right? So that's the reason. Okay, I think it works better now. So with the auto normalize and normalize all, I think it's definitely working a bit better. Okay. Okay, so let's go to foot R. Now, yesterday we did a lot of work in cleaning up, you know, all the bad points. So I think it's pretty good that I think also the auto normalization is helping a bit in the painting, at least for what I see. It seems that it's a bit easier to paint, it's a bit quicker. So probably the auto normalize is really what we need. Now for this part, I don't know if I want to go a 0.8 or if I want to go something different, but in theory should still be quite a bit on the feet, but I think we can go, you know, for this part I think we can really go 0.5, and yeah, it is already 0.5. So we go 0.5, and for the foot L, we also go 0.5 in all these areas, so that we are sure that we are not, oops, mistakes. Okay. Right. Yeah, there is still something not weighted, but it's not on this mesh, it's on the mesh above. So I think that for the feet we are good. Now, now what I want to do, I want to switch to the pants and check, yes, check a bit of what is going on here. Maybe we can hide the shoes temporarily. And I think that the calf should have 50% of this part, right? While now, oops, weight 50%, yes. It's becoming red. Okay, it's becoming red because now it's normalizing to 1, okay? And so there are no other weights on this part, and so that's why he's normalizing it all to 1. But now we are gonna change it to foot L if I can find it. No, footer is not there. So I need, okay. So in this case, we need to select the armature and the pants. And then go to weight paint. And I need the armature to be visible. And then I will select this guy. Yes. And then I will paint, no, wait. I will select this guy. Yes, and then I will paint a bit. Okay, so now he added, as you can see, he added the new vertex group. And so anyway, the video of yesterday was like 3 hours, so I can change it. It's not a big issue. I can mute, you know, the parts that are problematic. Are we in lead mode or not? No, we are not in lead mode, but still, okay. And this is probably easier. If we go in this view mode, it's probably easier for me because it's not, you know. Okay. So the foot R should do the same. Wow. It seems that also in this case we don't have any weight on those parts, and so they become instantly one, which is obviously a problem, but we're gonna fix it. We're gonna fix it, boys. Don't worry. Everything will be done. Everything will be done. Yeah, you see, there is zero weight on this part, while we need it. Yeah, I would say with the auto normalize is so much better. So much better. Can I? Thank you. Okay, now the important part is that we don't miss vertices in the knee, right? Otherwise, wow. These are also not weighted on the... Yeah, they are not weighted on this guy. They are not weighted. Just a bit weird how this works, but fine. Yeah, because it's not weighted, you see? When it's not weighted, it automatically goes to 1. And now, here on the joints is where you have to do the most of the work, because otherwise they will look stupid. So, I think we will have to... Yeah. We need to be sure that the right leg is not messing up with the left in any way, right? So yeah, the middle should be 50-50 kind of, but yeah, you see that also here. Now that we have the normalized, we see the problems. Like this thing is not weighted on anything else, this part, and is definitely an issue. And also this part, you see that is not weighted at all. And wow, even if I do 0.5, it's still so bad. Okay, so we want this one to be 0.5. And we don't want to miss any... We don't want to miss any vertices, really. So you see that here is still a bit fucked up. I have the feeling I'm redoing stuff that I did already, but hopefully not. Hopefully it's just the feeling. And then we will do a bit of a sample animation just to test, you know. I think this one should really go only up to the middle, so it should not take any vertices on the left or right. So you can influence a bit this part, but like 5. But then we need the pelvis bone to really influence everything here at 50%, right? So this will be the most important. And I don't know if you want to go really to 1 in this upper part. Probably will be very close to 1 or 0.8. So this part should be strongly on the pelvis bone. All these parts basically. And then we need okay, this is not too bad. Now I don't know why we have a bit of a pelvis going so down, but it's probably okay, by the way. I mean, he needs to have some influence there, but now going up, right? Going up, we need the spine 0.1, yes, to influence. Definitely influence this at least at, I don't know, 0.5 as well, so at least the upper piece. Yes, and then at this point we need to switch mesh to the torso, right? And to the torso we keep spine 0.1. And we go, yeah, you see that here, unfortunately, we have some issues. Why the, okay. So here we are missing quite some pieces, because I think we need a bit of an influence from... we need a bit of an influence, maybe not so much, but definitely a bit, like 0.3 on this side and on this side, and then on the other side we need it, right? We need it like this. Okay, so they have a bit of an influence. Then yes, the spine. The spine is the one that is influencing the most there. Now, I think for the middle, we can really have it all on spine number 1. So I think I can go like 1, and this middle part can go deeply on spine number 1. And the fact is that we have 3 spines. We have spine number 1, spine number 2, but spine number 2 is pretty much up here. So I don't want spine number 2 to affect any of the bottom part, right? So I think I go to 0 weight and I just remove all of this, because we don't want the spine number 2 to be affecting the bottom. And now the spine number 2 I think should be heavy on this area. So I think should basically be controlling, you know, the wall, this wall central part, not central park, central part. And okay, like this. And then yes, I like this 0 point something here. And okay, so I think that the progression is kind of okay. Again, we need to be sure that it's not influencing in any way the bottom part, right? Because it's too far to influence it, right? Spine number 2 is too far away. And then we have the spine number 3. Now the spine number 3, I don't know if it's really relevant. Let me just check which bone is this one. This one is neck 01 and head. Okay. Now the spine number 3. I think you should have a 0.5 pretty much everywhere in this area, but not more than 0.5. I think that basically all of this should be 0.5. And yes, we get the red because those parts are not weighted on any other bone. Now that we have the normalize all, you see, it's very evident and much better to see. By the way, hello Marcelo, hello Hull, I think I greeted you already. Hello. Good normalized day. Yeah, normalized is so much better, you have no idea. I don't know why they don't make it default. I'm always a bit, you know, skeptical on the default Blender settings. I think I don't know, I think that sometimes they don't consider enough how important the default settings are, because people like me, you know, are very likely to quit, you know, if they don't get good results. Now, I'm not quitting because, you know, I have to do it really, but any other people that are working for a real company will be like, you know, no way, I'm not gonna do this, and they will just switch back to Maya or to 3ds Max very easily. So this is where it needs to be super careful, really super careful in the default settings, because this is what makes people stay or go. Stay or go, boys. Yeah, I'm sorry for yesterday. Maybe I went a bit mad, but I hope it was not annoying to you. But I went a bit mad on Blender, and I just stopped doing this job because I was like, fuck it. But also it was a bit late, so I did already a lot. And okay, so we waited a bit of this part and this part. Now I think we need to have also something that is coming from the neck bone, right? At the moment the neck bone here has 0 influence, but I think it's a bad idea. We need on the neck bone at least some influence at the top here, right? Now the other thing, Marcellum, that I really need is the copy of the weight between, ouch, the copy of the weight between 2 meshes. If we don't solve that, I mean, I can even do it with a script, but I need a way. I absolutely need a way to do it. Because otherwise, all our connection points will be in bad shape. What I'm painting 0.3. I don't know, maybe 0.3 is too much. I will do 0.2. Because that's the head, you know, and the head should not expand too much to these areas. I mean, can influence it a bit, but yeah, something like that. Very, very little. Then the head should have, yes, 0 influence on this, which I think is good. So now we can switch to the upper arms. Okay. Maybe let me save it, because I think that for now we did a good job. Good afternoon, Tua. Hello. We are live. So here what do we do? Yes, definitely the clavicle should have a fairly strong influence on that. So I think that even a 0.8 is reasonable on this area, because it's really the area that is managed by the clavicle. So I think that all this part and the same for the clavicle R. Would be nice if these things are alphabetically ordered, but AZ, sort by name. GG! There was the button actually. There was a button for that, incredibly enough. Yeah, you see that here, it goes like this because we don't have, so upper arm right. Upper arm right should have also significant influence on this, but not as much as the clavicle, because we want this to be fixed, you know. Why is red? Wait a second. Because I selected the wrong one. Something like that. Anyway, in the past I painted a lot of weights in my life. Always for plane shift, obviously, but I painted a lot of weights, so I think I have an understanding on how it works also in the joints, and how to make the joints, you know, work kind of okay. Which is the harder part, definitely. It's definitely the harder part. So obviously you need to have the bone take full control of the middle, like this. The middle part obviously is fully on the main bone, like we have now. And then in the joint, I think you can go down to 0.5. But then the one in the middle, you really will have to bend, you know, based on the side that you want to bend. So you need to choose up or down, you know, and have the one in the middle not be exactly 0.5, but be primarily on one of the two bones, so that when it bends, it doesn't do a dip, right? So when it bends, it doesn't do a dip, but you can see one taking over the other. So that's the best way usually. Now this part, it should be very, very light, yes, on the lower arm. I think it should be mostly on the hand bone, because this part is managed by the hand bone. Now, as you can see, we don't have an hand bone in the list, but if I do that and I select 0.8 or even more, I think it's going to do this, which is very nice. And then I don't think that the finger should have any influence on this part. So now the problem will be the fingers. The finger will be insane to do because, yeah, because yes. But we're gonna do them later. Because there are so many bones there. By the way, I think that we don't need 3 bones for every finger. I'm not completely convinced that is the right way. But anyway, so much better with normalized all. So much insanely better. Like no comparison. No comparison to going over the numbers. Again, I have no idea who wants to go over the numbers. Who wants to go above 1? And why? Why you should ever want to go above 1 weight? I have no idea. Why we have a problem here? We don't have a vertex there, or why? We have a vertex only there. Okay. It's a bit high, but we will live with that. Okay. Now, here we need to have an influence of at least 0.5, and then we will see what's going on. But this part should be at least 0.5, otherwise you will just not bend at all. And then we need the same with the upper bone. Okay, it is already kind of 0.5 everywhere here. I think it's extending a bit too much the bottom here. I don't know why. So I think we will try weight 0. Yes, like this. So it's not really influencing that part. And okay. And then we will go with weight 1 in all this area. Are we missing some vertices in the arms? Maybe I went too much down. I don't know. For sure, we optimized this model a lot. We really optimized it. I think it's very well optimized. So it's looking very nice, but is relatively low poly at the end. So this part we went like 0.3, right? So I think here we need to do a bit of this part will be critical and not very easy to do, but we need this part to move together with the hand, with the arm. All this upper side needs to move quite a bit together with the arm, but then from here up the last piece should be very, very mild, right? So like a 0.3 or something that we did, or 0.2 even. Yeah, probably we did a 0.2, and I think it's probably a better idea. Yeah, should be very, very mild. Otherwise, you will see this part going places when the arm is pushed up. Now we're still doing it proportional to the center of the bone, so somehow, you know, like here I think we went too strong on this, really too strong. I think we have 0.5 on this part from the upper arm and should not be. And yeah. Okay, as you can see, the clavicle is taking precedence here. Which I think is good. I don't know why we have this kind of weird yeah. I think probably this one we will even have to set it at 0 actually. Okay. Okay, I think that is reasonable. Now, what we miss? We miss the hands. Do we have the hand on this one? Let me see. Yes, this one we did it already, but then we need to do the hand mesh. Now, when you get a bit of understanding, I think is okay. So it's not too hard. Now here we have a problem though, because I think that the hand can control the middle very strongly, but I don't think it should control that part so strongly. So I think that this part, you know, should pretty much go like the arms are. So is, you know, like 80%, or otherwise we're going to make a bit of a mess. Let me see if I can select the lower arm. Yes, okay, lower arm already has a bit of an influence there. He has a bit of an influence, which is not bad. Because this is one of the joints. I think it can be fine. Now the problem are the hand bones. The hand bones are really a mess, boys. Are really a mess, because we need to, I think we can go with like a 0.5, 0, like a 0.5, and the problem is that if I do 0.5, no, I think the best way is to do this is to do all the tips first at 1, so it's a bit easier, right? Let's do all the tips at 1. I think I need to reduce the radius though. All the tips at 1. And for all the bones, right? Yeah, the hands are a mess. Are really annoying because there are small pieces, but I think it's probably easier if I switch. If I do all the top first, and then I rotate, and I do the bottom. Otherwise, like this, right? So I do the top, and then I go here at the bottom, And I reselect the bones so I don't have to go crazy rotating million times. Now the hand should not really be perfect because anyway we are not using, but there are some gestures, you know, which are actually using that. So I think that now we go 0-5. Now we go 0-5 and we do all the middle. You see that we are lacking a bit of polygons. I think I probably went down too much, but I think I went a bit down too much on the polygons on the ends. Maybe. Now this will not be perfect, I know already. So, but I'm not too scared about this part, because anyway we are not using the hands too much. And usually they are pretty small, so you cannot really see them too much in game. It is kind of an optimization, more for the future than anything else, but I'm sorry. Is he? Okay. Now we do the top part. Yeah, you can see there are some, but we will do the cleanup later because anyway we have the normalize. So having the normalize, we cannot really mess up, right? So it's better with the normalize to paint, and then to weight 0 the ones that you don't need, right? Wait, is this the right one? Yeah, I think it's the right one. Okay. I think we did this part already, huh? Why? Yeah, we have a problem of geometry on this particular finger here that is not detailed enough, unfortunately. Okay, we did a bit of that. Now what I want to do, I just want to be sure that, you know, maybe I can go through the list from here, which is probably easier. So pinky 01, right, should have 0. Now we go with the 0 weights, right? Should have 0 weight on this one. So we should completely clean it up, right? Pinky should only have influence on pinky. Pinky 02 the same. I think is okay. Pinky 03 the same. Okay. Then we go ring 03. Ring 03 seems to be fine. Ring 02, we need to delete some stuff here. Okay. And ring 01, wow, ring 01 is really fucked up. This one is having influence everywhere, I don't know why. Okay, so we cleaned it up. And then we have the middle finger. Middle finger 03 seems to be fine. 02 seems to be fine. 01, holy shit. No way. We are always picking left, huh? Yeah, middle. It is expanding a bit too much. Okay. Okay, and consider anyway, most of the fingers will move together, so it's probably at the end, you know, it's not very visible. Index. Index, we are still on the left, and index left seems to be fine. Index 02 seems to be fine. Index 01, wow, this is fucked up. What is this music? I never heard it. It's one of the expansion of Portal that never came out. Is an expansion. I mean, is basically Portal 3, I think. Okay, so now we need the thumb, right? Thumb 3 seems to be fine. Thumb 2 seems to be fine. And there is no thumb 1? Actually, it exists, but thumb 1 actually exists, but it's never been weighted. So I think we can put a bit of thumb 1 left, yes, here. A bit of an influence on this area. Maybe not too much here in the middle. But yeah, a bit of an influence there, so he's doing something. And basically for this hand, I think that's it. Right? I think for this hand we did it. Now we need to do the other hand. So let's start again with the pinky, maybe. I need a pinky right, though. Yeah, you see that the right ones have been deleted for some reason, so they are not present. We go pinky 01, ring, sorry, 03, pink 03, middle 03, middle 03 now, middle 03, ring 03, and then thumb 03. Okay, then we rotate and we do it again. So making a character, as you can see, it's not easy. It's not easy at all. I selected the wrong one. Okay. Okay, so we did the number 3 on both sides. Now we're gonna do the number 2 on both sides. Pinky 02. I'm painting what? 05? No, I'm painting 1 now. No, I need to paint 05 now. Need to paint 05. Ring 02. It's not doing anything, I don't know why. Middle 02. index 02 and thumb 02 if it exists. Yes, it does exist. Okay, so we're gonna do the same on the opposite side. On the opposite side, 02, index 02, middle 02, ring 02, and pinky 02. Okay. Now we're gonna do the 01. So pinky 01. Ring 01. Ring 01 R doesn't exist. Okay. It's pretty much this. Index 01, no, middle 01 R. Okay, it's already pretty much everywhere. Wait. No, that is the, wait. That is the middle one, right? Yes, middle. Then we have the index 01 R, which is already okay. I don't know why he has this, but we're gonna delete it. And then we need the thumb 01, where we just want to have a bit of an influence here at the top. Yeah. Now we're gonna do it on the other side, boys. I'm painting 05, but sometimes we get a bit more. Index 01 R. I think it's okay already. Middle 01 R. And ring 01 R. Ring 01 R. Why is basically not existing? Strange. And pinky 01 R. Okay. So we have a bit of a weight on all of them. Now, what we need to be sure is that we zero out the parts where we think those are not correct. So let me do an underscore R as a filter, so it's a bit easier for me. This one is good, this one is good, this one is kind of good. We have a bit of an influence here, I don't know. Okay. Then ring 03, 02, 01. Then middle 03, 02, 01. This one is a bit too much. Right. Okay. And then index 03, 02, 01. Also, this one is a bit too much because it's going in places where it should not go. And thumb 03, 02. And actually 01 doesn't even exist. Now we can put it. We can have a thumb 01R going a bit like this, but I would say no more than this. otherwise. Okay. And from the other side, the same checks. Pinky 3R, 2R, 1R seems good. Ring 03, 02, 01 seems good. Middle 03, 02, 01, and this one is a bit fuck. I have to go weight 0. Okay. What? I did weight 0 and it became like this. I think there is a vertex that is not... I think there is a vertex that is not assigned to anything. We can check it. Is on the ring at the back. Index is a bit fucked up here and here. And thumb. Okay, so we have a problem on the ring that seems that is not weighting one of the vertices here on the side, while it should. And let me see if I now check what was it? The middle. You see that the middle is still influencing this one quite a bit. So we need to 0 weight it. Okay. And now we'll check again the ring number 2. Yes, you see the ring number 2 now is pretty much on it. Okay. Hello, Sean. Having a fun day? Yeah, I would say yes. Even if this part, you know, is not really the most exciting, but anyway, something that something that we need to do. So I would say it's okay. I mean, it's okay. We are fixing the weight on all the model, and the problem is that fixing weights really takes time and is not that easy. But okay, so we did the hands. Now we will just double check the head mesh. Yeah, the head looks like weird. I think we need a, like we said, we need a 0-3 all around. Wow. What is going on? No, wait. Wait. My bad. It was correct. It was clavicle L, so that's good. Now neck 01. Wow, neck 01 is 0 here? Holy moly. Neck 01 should be full in this part. Well, or nearly full. Now, I don't know how much, but it should be pretty much, you know? And then you should have a little influence. The neck should have a little influence, like 0.2 or 0.3 in this area below and in this area above. And then, which is not weighted to anything, fuck. And then the rest should be 100% on the head bone, right? 100%. So here everything should be, I can increase the size maybe of my tool. But basically everything here should be 1 on the head. With no exceptions. Para. Now if we want a bit of the head influence down here, we can do like a 0.3, and we can maybe do, you know, just a bit of influence here, but it should be very little actually. Okay, and then what? And I think for the head we are good. Why we lost the clavicle? Why we lost the right clavicle on this side? I think I did it yesterday, no? That's strange. Clavicle R is having no influence here at all. It should have a bit. How much? 0.2? Wow. Why is it going like this? Okay. So those vertices are not weighted on the neck? Are you serious? Yeah, they are not. So the neck. So how do we do the neck and the clavicle weight? I think it should be mostly on the clavicle. So I think that the weight from the neck should be super low. Should be like 1.5 or something in this area. Should be very, very, very mild. Yeah, you see there are some parts that are 0. Should be very, very mild, and the rest of this part should come pretty much from the clavicles. So I think we can go at 0.8 or something down here. Easy 0.8. Easy. Yes, and this side is already the case. Okay, and if you want to do a 0.2 or something up here, maybe we can, but it should be so little. I don't know why neck 0.1 is not... I don't know, I'm missing a bit of neck. I'm missing a bit of neck here in the middle, huh? Yeah, exactly. All this should be neck 0.8, 0.9, if not even 1. Okay. Now, the only way to see if it works is to see it, you know, while it moves, because it's impossible just by this to determine if it's okay or not. It's impossible. So let's do the eyes. The eyes should be easy. The eyes are 100% on the head bone. And it should be 0 everywhere else. So I think we can just delete them. I think we can delete all these groups from the eye. Eyes, head. Yeah, but I don't know why we have all this thing. The eyes should have only... I think I can delete them all. I don't know. Let me delete them all. The eye should only have one bone affecting, which is the head bone, and it should be 100% on that. You see how simpler it is now that we have the normalized? Yesterday we were going crazy, you know, on the normalization, but just because we didn't have the weight, just because we didn't have the weight normalization on. Now with weight normalization on, it's so much easier. Hello, Zway. Yeah, I suggest you as well, if you need to do the weight, to absolutely turn on this option here. So when you go in weight paint, you go here in active tool in the end panel, how it's called, is end panel, right? That you turn on with N, and then you go under options and you say auto normalize. So basically whatever you are painting will always be one total value for each of the vertices, while by default this is disabled. So it means that you can add values that go more than one, and then the engine will have to to scale them properly. And this is so stupid. So this should be a default, really. You should paint with that default on. One thing that I was noticing this way is that we don't have a mouth bone, not even one. So basically our character cannot open and close the mouth, cannot. I mean, I'm not expecting a full face rig, but at least one single bone here to move up and down, I think we absolutely need it. That can be done with morph targets. But morph targets require don't require bones as well? No? Okay, so these are our this is the hair. The hair seems to be scaled already properly. Seems to be weighted properly on spine 03, but it seems not to be properly scaled on neck 01, where he has absolutely a 0. While we need it, we need a bit of neck, at least in the middle. And then we need I'm just putting randomly here, but then I will basically weight everything on head. Okay, so I'm just putting slightly bits, but okay, and then we will go head bone 100%. Can increase my radius a bit, but yeah, everything else should be 1 on the head. You just assign vertex group and then give a position range for translation, like open mouth, close mouth, and the slider can control opening. Work with old fashion animation as they also layer. I don't know. I've seen some setup for that, but it was definitely using bones. But maybe there is a better way, like you say, that you can use directly the vertices. I don't know. We want all the part that is attached to the face to be 1 anyway on the head bone, right? And then we want maybe this part to be head 07. I mean, the majority should still be head anyway, right? Because we don't want this air to move too much. Can move a bit, but not too much. And then the bottom, okay, the bottom we agree that it can move as needed. It will give a bit of an effect of the air moving, but okay, I think we are done. No? I mean, I think we are done with the with the weights. Let me try to save it as number 13. And we will continue the... I don't know if you have seen the metahuman face rig. Is insane. This is the Unreal Engine metahuman face rig, and this is the control panel that you can have that has been scripted. That is being created, you know, to create different facial animations, and every one of these sliders is actually changing something, right? And so everything of these round balls or whatever, these dots, is changing something in the face. Right, you can change them also. You can change them symmetrically, and you can change them not symmetrically. So you can decide to, you know. And do you see how many? Do you see how many controls? There are all of those, all of this, all of this, all of this, and all the ones on the right side as well. Holy shit. So that's really, really insane, huh? So you see he's moving the eyes. He's moving the eyes even in not in a symmetrical way. Okay, is the render test, the look at target. Is moving the forehead. And then he tweaks also on the right side somehow, which is kind of insane. So basically, you can create any kind of expression. Any kind of expression. I think when he was working on the mouth, I think it was a bit more dramatic, you know, the effect. But yeah, exactly. See, I was opening the mouth. I was showing the teeth or moving the lips. Okay, so we definitely are not there, but also because that is extremely heavy, you know. Is obviously extremely heavy, but you know, one day our characters will be like that. One day, boys. I will be here unless I die. I will be here in 20 years from now, and we will have our plane shift characters with full face animation. Okay, so what else? So now the test. The problem is that the test will show a lot of problems. I know, but now the test is to move stuff, right, and see how it moves. As you can see, we already have issues, and the issues that we have are exactly on the connecting surfaces. So there is there are, you know, vertices that are standing on the connection that are not weighted the same way, and so that's the result, unfortunately. Right? Unfortunately. Unfortunately, boys. What was it? E? Yes, it was E. So the best way to do this job is really to animate the model and look at it while it's moving. So that's the best way. Because while it's moving, you can recognize... What the... What? For a second, it was looking like she was not she was not in the middle. Right? As you can see, there are some vertices which are not properly. And this is the best way to discover it. Right? What the fuck? Why one bone didn't follow? That's the problem. What is this bone? IK hand. Uh-oh. 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 Why did this happening? Uh-oh. There are some bones that for some reason are not following the rest of the thing. Why? I have no idea. IK and L. I don't know if it's happening also in the other characters, but it seems that the IK are not following for whatever reason. For whatever reason. You see there are still some vertices, maybe one or two vertices which are not weighted. And so that's the result, unfortunately. So let me see. What? There are some parts of the thumb that are not, you see, that are not connected. I think considering the position, we can connect them to thumb number 2. So I think we are going to paint 0.5 at least. Down there, can I see it? No. Cannot catch it. Is there somewhere? but I cannot catch it. Okay, he went back. This one also is a bit annoying. Why so annoying? I can put it on the hand. Okay. He went back a bit. I think this guy still has some waiting from a... I'm pretty sure this guy has some waiting from a wrong bone. Because the fact that he's in this position... Or he has 0 weight, but... I don't think he should have 0 weight. Strange. I think they definitely have some influence from something else. I think that they probably have influence from the... There it is. From Thumb 01L. So he has some influence from the other hand. So I messed up a bit. So I need to go... I need to zero out any... I need to zero out anything that is coming from the other hand. Right? And you see that now it's going back in the right place. Now, the most annoying part, or anyway, the most complex part are definitely like these connections. I mean, apart from the connection itself, but I mean the where the leg is bending. You know, to be sure that it is looking kind of natural. And also this one. You see, for example, this one, it means that we have a bit too much weight on the top part. And I think that this part should be smoothed out a bit. So we are on the R side and we should have a tight R. Yeah, there is one on... It is one. One I think is too much. So we are gonna take the calf and do maybe 0.3 there in this area. Right? I don't know why it's not showing, but okay, it's showing now. And I think this will help. Now, we still need a bit of a strong difference, right? If you do it like smooth, it will just bend and create a hole in the knee, which is not natural. So you want really to bend like this, right? So exactly. So to have the one part to take over. You want one part of the knee to take over the other part. So it will look like the pants are taking over like this. And I think that's good. So it's already better now. This side seems to be kind of okay. I feel that our look at targets are not really optimal, but so let me try to move the neck a bit. The neck is not too bad. Yeah, you see the hair. Yeah, the hair will not be very easy to fix, but the movement of the head is not too bad. The movement of the neck is kind of fine. I would say it's not too bad. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. We need to solve. So now we need to solve the copy of the weights, boys. If we cannot copy the weights, we are GG. There will always be a seam. So we need a way to copy the weights between. I don't know why some parts are not moving, but yes, there is again an IK that is not moving, you see it? I don't know. Why those controls are not moving together with the rest of the body? I'm a bit concerned about that. Okay. I think this is good for now. We need to solve this problem, okay? So we need to solve this problem right now. This one, okay? And this one is simply the fact that those two vertices, one here and one here, have different weights and we cannot allow it. You can edit multiple objects simultaneously in Blender now. Yeah, I know, but I cannot copy weights. We will try again, okay? Let's try again, because we need to solve this somehow. Okay, so I select... Wait. So we go in object mode, and for this one also we go in object mode, right? So we select these two, right? We select these two. And then what I want to do, I want to be able to copy one weight. So I go in edit mode. In edit mode, I'm going out of the in edit mode. Why in edit mode I don't see? In edit mode you don't see the movement, unfortunately, but it's okay. So basically what I want to do, I want to copy this vertex weight on top of, come on, why doesn't do it? Okay, on top of that we have vertex weight, okay? So this one on top of this one, but it seems that it's not working, because if I go here and I go item vertex weight, and you see that this one is 0.4 on pelvis and 0.5 on spine 01. If I select the other one, Can I please? Can I please? Come on, select this vertex. Okay. You see that it's completely different. This one is on spine 01, spine 02, and it has zero pelvis weight, right? So in theory, if you are within the same mesh, you can zero vertices. Why saying zero vertices? It's so hard to select the vertex that is below it. I don't know why. There is a vertex there, just I cannot select it for whatever freaking reason. I can select this one, but I cannot select... Okay. If you come from this one, maybe it does it. So in theory, I should just copy the active vertex to the other selected vertex. So I copy this one to this one. Apart that the selection is a fucking mess, if I can say, but... Oh my god. He's unselectable. He is unselectable. My friends. Maybe try painting both object edges at the same time to get matching weights. Yeah, that could be a good idea, actually. But, I mean, why? The question is why... Maybe I will do that. But the question is why I cannot freaking select two vertices and then copy the weight. It's impossible to do. I don't know why, but it's impossible to do. Okay, let me move them like this so we can finally select them, okay? We can finally select them because they are not in the same position. So I select this one and this one with a shift, and then I copy, right? But if I go back to this one, you see that it didn't copy shit. It didn't copy anything. While if I do the same within the same mesh, it works. But yes, I think your idea is probably the best idea. Your idea is probably the best idea. So you're saying if you select the two meshes together and you weight paint the two meshes together, you cannot. Can you? No, you cannot. You cannot weight paint two meshes. You cannot weight paint two meshes. I mean, I can merge them and split them, but I can merge them, and obviously if I merge them, they will get the same weight. The problem is that as soon as I split them, any change that I make to the weight will not be reflected to the other one, and it's so annoying. Let me save it and try to paint anyway, but I think if I paint, it will not work. So let me go, for example, pelvis. This one doesn't even have the pelvis, by the way. It's missing a bone completely. It's missing a bone completely. But if I select the pelvis... What? Weight paint. Pants. What is going on at the moment? Pants. Yes, pants. Thank you. Now I want to select the bone that is here. Why is not doing it anymore? Why is not doing it anymore? Okay. Something weird happened, boys. I cannot select the bone I cannot select anymore the bone to paint on with the shift. Something weird happened. I don't know what is going on. Okay, let me go back to object mode. I go to paint mode. Okay. Then I select one bone, for example, from here. And you see that here I have the result, right? Now if I want to select another bone, usually I shift click. Now shift click is not working anymore. Okay, because I need to shift click this. No, I need to control click this before, so they go together, and then I. But I did it already. What the fuck is going on? Okay, now I think it did it. Okay, I don't know. It went a bit crazy, but now it's okay. Now the question is if I can do 2 at a time. Okay, wait. So I control pants and control torso. Control pants and control torso, and then object mode weight paint. I think I'm painting only the. I think I'm painting only the torso. I don't think I'm painting the pants. You see, they don't even have the color. So I don't think you can weight paint 2 meshes at the same time. Even if you see here, that it seems that all of them were selected, but probably not. Weight paint. Then I select the pelvis, and then I say 0.4, right? And I paint it like this. But I think this is not gonna work anyway. So in theory now, if this thing worked, if I select the, if I go in object mode and I select any vertex here, I should have 0.4 on the pelvis, and I have it. If now I go on the pants and I go in edit mode, I should have 0.4. Actually I have 0.46, which is slightly different. Do you think it did it? Okay, let me try again with a different number, because unfortunately it was already weighted 0.4. Okay, I go on the pelvis and I go 0.2, okay? And I just draw a line here. Okay, just draw a line, 0.2. Now I go in object mode and I select the top part and I select one vertex, and pelvis is 0.2. Now I go on the pants and I go in edit mode and I select this, and you see that the pelvis is still 0.4. So it didn't paint on the second one, it's just painting one at a time. The problem is that it's painting one at a time, and I don't have a way to copy the paints between the two meshes. I mean, to copy the weight. Copy the weight between the 2 meshes. This is really a problem. This is really a problem. This is really a problem, because without this. By the way, the selection is stupid. So you cannot select 2 objects. You cannot select 2 vertices if one is below the other. You see, I can easily select this one and this one, even if they are in different meshes. But here that they are one on top of the other, basically I cannot do it. I don't know why, but I cannot do it. It doesn't select it. if I remove the transparent mode, right, then I think one of the two will be completely unselectable. Yes, exactly. Or, you know, nearly unselectable. If I select them both like this with a box, then I get only one. If I go in X-ray and I select two, then I don't have the copy weight anymore because there is no first and second. There is no primary and secondary, right? And the copy of the paint only works when you have a primary and secondary selected. So, okay. So I think the only way is probably to merge the two meshes. So to merge all the meshes and then split them again. I think there is no other possibility. There is no other possibility unless the internet helps me, but I already searched it yesterday quite a bit, so to copy weight between different meshes, but all the results are basically to when you have two models, you know, and you want to transfer from one full model to another full model, and there is basically a way to transfer all the UV data from one model to another. So all these videos are speaking about that. In fact, in our guide, we said this. We said join the arms, hands, torso, head, and leg and feet for editing and weighting. This is what we said in our guide. So basically we said merge it all and then split it again. The problem is that if I merge it, okay, if I merge it, what happens? I am going to lose the... Let me try with this too, okay? So we merged it. And now we split it. Well, I think that the weight now is probably... I mean, it must be the same. No, it's not the same because there are different vertices. So I still have the problem, but I can paint it, you know, I can paint it together. So I can go here, select, okay. I can go here, object mode, weight paint, select the pelvis, yes, and now paint 0,2 everywhere, right? And now they will be the same weight, right? Now they will be the same weight. I think we have no other solution, boys. That's the only way. Maybe try painting both object edges at the same time to get matching weight. I cannot paint both objects if they are two different meshes. The only way I can paint is if they are the same thing. If they are the same object, then I can. I was from a while ago. Okay, so that's the only possibility. So we need to ensure that we need to merge them all and paint them all like this. But it's okay. I mean, are we losing something by doing this or not? Are we losing something by merging and splitting? Because I was a bit scared of doing it, but if we don't lose anything, I think that's probably the best way. So for example, spine 01. Spine 01 should have a very strong influence on this part. Right? Very strong. And I don't know why. He's not doing the back. Okay, he's not doing the back. For some reason. Okay, let's just do this test and see. So we have spine 01. Spine 02 should have 0 influence. Pelvis, we already... You see the pelvis is anyway fucking up a bit. Yeah, but that's probably the only way. Huh? It is probably the only way to do it, boys. I don't think we are losing anything. I don't think we are losing UV. I think the only thing that happens, unfortunately, is that the materials are getting merged. And so basically now we'll split it again. The torso will have multiple materials even if they are not used. And the same for the pen. So they were basically going to get all the materials from all the pieces that I merge. Which is definitely annoying. Holy moly, why is opening? Why is still opening? There is still something fucked up, huh? So there is still some other bone. Ah, yes. For example, this one. Yes, for example, this one has tight R, which is influencing here a bit. And it should really not. Because I think it's too high. Right? And here is the same. Okay, so now you see that it's not opening anymore, except for just a small opening here. Don't know exactly why, but we have that. Yeah, there is a tight L, which is okay. Now we deleted it. But yeah, so now it's not opening anymore. Okay, so yeah, I think that's the way then. That's the way. If I split it again, you know, now if I go here and I select all the faces of the pants. Well, actually, if I select all the faces of the torso, because the torso is the one that now needs to be split, I think. And I separate by selection. This one becomes a different object. I can rename it. Wait. I can rename it torso again. This is just to test, okay? I just want to see that it's still under the same armature. Yes, so splitting doesn't destroy. The problem is that now, if I go in materials, yeah, you see, now I have 4 materials on this thing instead of 1 or 2. That is a bit annoying because I mean, I can reassign. I can reassign it here and fix it. The problem is that if I want to do any change to my weight, I will have to do it again, you know? I will have to do it again. So I need to be sure that I'm not fucking up with the with the conjunction, with the connection line. By the way, I split it in a wrong place, but just an example, okay? Just to say that yes, but it is what we should do, right? So we will do it like this. I mean, it's not the best, but that is what we should do. Now, catching all the pieces. Catching all the pieces like this. And so now that part is okay. And we split it. And then we merge it with this one and so on, right? So I think that basically you need to wait as a single piece. There is no way. So I think that we need to put kind of a guidance here, you know. So you should have any. Okay, this is the stuff that I said yesterday. I added this text yesterday. Before associating to the skeleton, scale the mesh to the right height and size. Scale the element object mode, scale the apes and edit mode, move the bones. Yeah, let's say that. Maybe we can put a guidance here saying that the mesh should be 1 at this point. We will split later after waiting. So I think we need to say that because it's basically was this phrase, right? Basically was this phrase. They were saying join the arms, hands and torso. I think it could even be, you know, it could even be point number 0. So the mesh should be 1 at this point. We split after the waiting. So be sure to join arms and torso, legs and feet for editing and waiting. So I don't know if I want a 0. I don't want a 0. And then when the waiting is done, fix the weight, right? Fix the weights still as single mesh for the wall character, and then export the mesh. And then here in export the mesh, I think we have the split, right? Split the mesh in components like arms, torso, and hands, and blah blah blah, and then export the mesh as described. I think we need to do this. There is no way. The problem is that then we also need to clean up the material. So if we do this, I think in this phase we need to also clean up the materials, because the materials otherwise will be all messed up. I think in this step, when we split it, split the mesh in components and clear the materials to be 1 for each split mesh. Splitted, can you say splitted? Splitted mesh? Split mesh? Splitting mesh? Split mesh? I don't know. For each mesh split for each mesh. Fuck. Because that is kind of annoying, you know, because then you have, so if you need to modify the weights, then you need to go back, merge it again. That's very annoying. Only because you cannot copy the weight between two meshes. That's very, very annoying. But I don't think we have another way, boys. I think this is the only solution. Split, okay. There is no past of split. Is split, split, split. Is not splitted. But okay, I think that so this is what you're gonna do. I don't think we have any other choice. Now we have some smart meshes here, because for example in this case one mesh is going inside the other. So in this case we don't need to merge, okay, because they are like one inside the other. The same for the ends. In this case we have a mesh which is you know, ends going in, and so we don't need to merge because the hands are going inside. So they're actually two separate meshes. But and the air I think as well. So the only thing that we need to merge, at least on this particular model, is the arms, the torso, the pants, and the head. No, not the hair. No. Wait, because this is becoming hard to manage. Okay, continue to select stuff that I don't want to select. The head, the torso, and the arm. So these pieces should be weighted together, right? Should be merged and weighted together. I have no other way. I have no other way than doing this. I mean, now if I want, I can copy the weights, but at this point, you know, it's probably better to just paint them again. And I think at this point it's just easier if we paint them again. And yes, you obviously have the... You obviously merged again all the groups. All the vertex group now are merged again. So... that's a bit annoying anyway. Because all the vertex group now are merged again. So are present in also I have... Ball R. What is ball R, by the way? I don't remember. Ball R. What is ball R? No idea. Ball R doesn't exist. Because if I do select, it's not selecting anything. I have 0 faces selected. So ball R is actually not existing. All the others should be proper. So now let's assume that this part is okay. Yeah, you see the issue here very, very clearly. I really want to change again that setting. Fuck. Do you have... Yes, I have all the layers open. Yes, all the 4 layers open. Because yeah, but if it's a control, it should not be in the vertex groups, right? because the vertex groups are the one that we use for weighting. So you should not be in the vertex group. So you should delete all the vertex group that are not part of the thingy. No, I was saying something else. Now I forgot. Crap. I was saying something else. Yes. I want to change this freaking middle mouse, but how can I do it so that my preferences are global for all the files? I don't want to have preference by file. I want to have global. This is another setting that is super stupid in Blender. I don't want to have a setting by file. I want to have my setting. Where is it? You know where is it? Default preferences. Basically, you save the current file as the new default. Well, where do I do that? Where do I... File default, save startup file, file defaults. Okay. Okay, I'm not clicking it yet because it's not this one, the file. Okay, so let me save this one. Let me open. I think we did it in this one. No. We didn't do it in this one. We didn't do it in this one. We did it... No, we didn't do it here as well. It was somewhere else. I don't know where we did it. Okay, I will redo it. I think it was not too hard to do anyway. I mean, it was not easy, but not too hard. Okay, so basically the idea is to change the... So first of all, I want these things at the top and not at the bottom. I don't know why. Wasn't the other file at the top? So at least we use that at the top. No, this is even different. Oh my Jesus. This is the most stupid thing the Blender could do, by the way. Most stupid thing. Not to have a default, but just loading by files all the time. I don't know, it's so stupid. So stupid. So whenever you open a file, you get completely confused of what to do with it. It's so stupid. I saved the key map. I think I saved it, but then it didn't really work. I think I saved it. Okay, let me try. But I think it didn't work. So, okay, this is the file. Yes, I saved... so under key map... But I think there was this plane shift thing, but... Yes! Yes! That's very nice. Okay. So basically I changed the way you pan and rotate by just using keys and not using the middle mouse button. Otherwise my fingers are going to be destroyed very soon. So basically I press the space bar and I just move the mouse and it rotates like this, and I press Z and move the mouse. Okay, so if I save now, so you're saying save a startup file, huh? Make the current default file the default blend file. But I don't think, okay, let me try, but I don't think it's doing what I want. So if I open, if I open this one, yes, it's doing it. Okay, I think it did it. For some reason it did it. But allow it default will have a lady instead of a cube. Holy shit. So if I do new general. No. Okay, I understand. I understand what it did. No, but okay. Okay. But I can delete everything and do the save again. And so now it will be right. Oh fuck. I said no, and so he fucked up again? I don't know. Save startup file. Okay. So now I do new. If he asks me to save, I will say save because... I know, if I say save, he asks me to save it. Okay, now it's okay. Now, I don't know if that is really changing the key map though, because I think if I... You see, key map is plane shift. If I go back to key map blender, and then I do new... What? What? Why new? Why new is opening this? What? File, new, general. Why is opening this window? Because probably this window was open when I saved it. Probably. Yes, probably that's the reason. But anyway, this has nothing to do with my key maps. The key maps are defined. It is not changing the key maps. The key maps are defined here. So luckily I created a plane shift one. So okay, good. But I think the key maps are different than these defaults, right? Okay. Let's go back to our thing. So we do what we need to do. So we do what we have to do. Let me just check one thing. Let me just check one thing on the other screen. Always the same people. GG. Okay, so what do we need to... I'm back. So what do we need to do? What do we need to do? Okay, you see that now I'm not clicking any mouse buttons. I'm just pressing spacebar. And it is so much easier on my fingers. Okay, so we need to fix, you know, this gap and this gap. So basically I need to redo the weighting here, right? So we go weight paint and we go clavicle R, which is this part, and I don't know why the view now became so weird. Why is moving so weird now? I don't know what is going on, but it's okay. I think we can survive. So we want to paint. We want to paint the clavicle R. Definitely a bit on this thing and a bit on this thing. As well. But as you can see, there are still a lot of differences because this these vertices have been weighted also on for sure the lower arm, the upper arm are, right? So this one should be identical. But it seems still to be a difference, you see it? Spine number 3, there it is. Spine number 3 is the other one which is problematic. And I don't think there should be anything else, but it still looks a bit different. Let me see spine number 2. No, well, spine number 2, I think here we should zero it out. I think it's going too far, and we don't want this. So we don't want spine number 2 to be affecting so much the top of our character, because here is mostly spine number 3, right? Okay. Now the question is, do you think that now... No. You see, it opens up, so it means that the weight are still not the same. Doesn't seem to make a difference though, so it's not that one. No, it's now it's upper arm for whatever reason. I think because the normalization probably is what is fucking up, because every time I normalize, and if they have different I don't know. I'm not completely sure of what I'm saying. Okay, now it seems it doesn't open anymore. So now the weight are identical. Now they are not good, but at least they are identical. So I think that we should reach, you know, this point everywhere. Yeah, the mistake was to split before doing the weight. That was the mistake. Okay, that was the mistake. It was not written on the guide, and I just went my way, and it was the bad way. So that was the mistake. Now it's on the guide, so hopefully next time I will not mess it up anymore. I don't even know if I need spine 3 up here, probably not, but I'm just putting it so it's all identical, right? And then we are gonna repaint this. Then we're gonna repaint this. Why I see it different, but probably is not, huh? At the moment probably is not. It looks different, but probably is not. Yeah, it's still different. I can also do another thing. I can just set everything to 0. Should I be in transparency mode? Yeah. I think another best practice, you know, is to always use this mode instead of the other one. I think it's better because you can see so much better the actual weight. Okay, now it's not splitting anymore. Right? Now we need to see if we have a similar problem here on the head. Yeah, we definitely have it. It seems that the head is not... you know what we can do, maybe? We can put them all to 0 and repaint. Can I do that? Because I think it's a bit easier, at least for this. Let me try this technique, okay? So we go out of object, we go out of weight mode, we go, but there are too many though. And I cannot really see where is the joint. Because in theory I will have to select all the vertices that are along this line in... it's a bit of a mess. No, it's easier to paint. It's easier to paint. It was a good idea, but it's not a good idea. I mean, it was a potentially good idea, but... Then I have the other problem of the seam, right? You see that here there is an evident cut off where it was cut off before and not now. And it is also something else we need somehow to fix. Do you think it's the paint or what? Spine number 3. Okay, so spine number 3. We are going to make it uniform. I say the splitting the mesh is a bit of a problematic, yeah? But I don't think there is a better way. Is there a better way than splitting meshes? I don't know. Should we just use the materials? I think the new games are not splitting meshes anymore. So what they are doing, they are just overlaying on top the new pieces. I think that's what they are doing. They are just overlaying and they don't care about anything else. Obviously, it's less efficient because if you just overlay, yeah, it's way less efficient. You will have way more polygons. Okay, the head is not coming in. It still splits a bit. Next 01. We have some strange weight here at the top. Should be fully head, but it's not. You see this cut off that you see here? I don't know why it's looking like that. I think it's probably the UV. It's probably the UV seam that is so visible. I think we still have the clavicles, which are probably different. Yes, exactly. So we still have the left and right clavicles, which are different. And it should be somehow normalized. So much better with the keys, by the way. I really suggest you to do it. I really suggest you to set it like I have set it, so that should the clavicle arrive here? No, actually it should, yes. Actually it should arrive here, yes. And it should be 50-50 with the other clavicle here. Should be 50-50. Until the middle. Now maybe there is a bit too much. Okay. Wow, still opening. Why still opening? Why? Next 01 we did, right? So next 01 we did, huh? Next 01, by the way, next 01. I don't know if we did. Doesn't look like. I think we didn't do it. Anyway, it takes time, boys. But it's okay. I think at the end we will have a better model, so it's fine. It's taking time, but it's okay. Why? Still opening. Spine 03 is different again. Fuck. I don't understand if he's just playing with me or what. I don't know if he's just playing with me, like whenever I paint, he normalizes again and he fucks up the normalization on the other side, or what? Because it's kind of weird. Continuously do it. No matter what I do, he's anyway doing it. Actually, upper arm here should be absolutely 0. Upper arm should not reach this place. I think it's too far, no? And the same for the other upper arm. Okay. Okay, it doesn't open anymore. Well, you open just a bit. What the fuck is this? What was that? Okay, it doesn't open anyway. Fuck. It still opens here a bit. Anyway, this thing is insane, boys. Which one is different? Which one is different between these 2 points? That's the question. Which one is different? Not this one. This one a bit. This one a bit. They are all a bit different. I don't know. It seems that while I'm painting is resetting the weight on the other ones. Yeah, you see? It's becoming smaller and smaller, so I think unfortunately it's not a good idea to paint fuck. Okay, now the copy should work, eh? Now the copy should work, but there is still a bit of difference. So I think the question is, should we keep the model? Should we keep the model split or not? Because it seems that it's much easier to keep it not split. You see that here it opens a bit. So I think that the copy is probably the only real solution. If you copy, it's probably the only real solution. And obviously now that it's one mesh, I can do it. Before I couldn't, but now I can. So we definitely need to wait. Definitely need to wait. with a single mesh. I'm going to do it on all so they don't break my balls anymore. Okay, so I think we did it everywhere, so they should all be copied over. And so now there should be 0 chance that this thing is opening, and in fact it's not. We still see some on the... We still see some here. You see that they are not identical? They are not identical. Yeah, they are all slightly off. And the result when you move is that you see a bit of movement. They are all slightly off. At the moment it's really small stuff, huh? I mean, it's nothing serious, but... At the moment it's really small stuff. Okay. Now that in theory we have, and I'm gonna save it, now that in theory we have all the pieces not moving, we need to redo the weight in a way that is actually good, because at the moment it's not good. As you can see, when it's moving the... And by the way, here there is another problem. Here there is another problem. You see? You see these lines? Which, by the way, you cannot even see here. They're very hard to see, but actually they exist. They exist. Oh. It's pretty much everywhere. It's pretty much everywhere. Every line has a bit of a fuck up. So unless you copy the weight, it's not gonna work. Unless you copy the weight, it's not gonna work. Now the only question is when I... What? Why this thing is double here and not here? I think I fucked up the split a bit. There are like 2 vertices down here. While in theory you should cut off this. I will do it on all and that's it. So at least I'm sure that there are no bad It is the same problem. There are two vertices here. So it was actually not split properly. Okay. So now, also this part should be seamless, hopefully. Now we need to make it good, because at the moment it's not good. At the moment is just kind of random. So let me go with a bit more of extreme poses so that we can test it even more, okay? I think this one we should really bring it up fully, up to here, so that we can see and then separately we should have the other feet. And what the fuck? Because in theory I should move also the look at, because the look at is down here. Okay, I understand. So this look at should go up, otherwise. Yeah, and also this one is a bit too much in the middle, I would say. Okay, but it's not bending bad, I would say. So it's not too bad. At least this part of the legs are not too bad. I don't know why. Wait, I need to have a 0 of this one, like here. So we do one at a time. Yes, I want to do one at a time. Now the back is not too good. The back is a bit bulky, as you can see. So there is a bit too much weight on. There is a bit too much weight on the leg, on that upper part, right? So we should ensure that it's not that strong. Yeah, I think it's too strong on both legs, actually. You see this deformation? This deformation is because it's too strong. I mean, I'm okay with the front. The front, I think, is fine. But the back is too uneven. Or we bring also a piece of the top here at very, 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 very low. Yeah, something like that. So that is, you know, reacting better. Yeah, like this is already reacting a bit better. Yes. Slightly more natural. Not a lot, but I think on this side is better. We have one weird polygon there. There are some weird polygons. I think it's because it's too strong. This red is too much. I think this red here is too much. Here in the middle. So here in the middle should be like 0.5. Yes. And 0.5 also on the other guy. Now I don't understand too much this and this, but it's not too bad. I mean, if you want to join it like this, I think it should be fine. So the wall leg will go up together. I think it's okay. Yeah, now you see there is no more that weird vertex. Okay, now rotating the feet we still need to try. But now the other big problem is the other big problem are the arms, right? Because the arms are completely fucked up. And also there seems to be a vertex, a crazy vertex there. Which I don't know exactly where it's coming from, but what is that? I think there is some influence from the upper arm. Yeah, exactly. There was a bit of a paint fuck up. Anyway, I would say now that we have it in one model, okay, it's not too bad to work with this. I mean, I'm feeling kind of okay at the moment working with this. So the problem I think was really to have it on one model, right? The fact that we had it split was a problem. Okay. So there is spine 02. There is spine 03. So spine 03 should keep anywhere, but I think that the difference will be the clavicles, right? So the clavicles are the ones that should... The clavicles are the ones that should keep things straight. So I think at the moment yeah, exactly. You see, it's completely, I mean, it's super low. I mean, this thing should be nearly, I mean, if not 100%, but should be very, very, very strong here. Very strong. Fuck, and it opens up again. Ah! Okay. I think we're gonna copy the vertex after... Why is opening again? I'm in X-ray mode, so in theory I'm using... Why is opening up? Why? I'm in X-ray mode, so it should take both sides, right? Why is doing this? Why? Don't understand. Okay. So we have too much influence from the arm. here. So this should be exactly 0. The arm should not influence this part much. I mean, it can influence it a bit, but very, 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 very little. And the same for all of this. Okay. Now the shoulder. The shoulder, I think we still have too much influence on something else. I don't know what, but we definitely have too much influence. Clavicle R, yes. Clavicle R is basically 100%, so... Well, not 100%, but... So we have too much influence from the arm. Eh? We have too much influence from the arm in this part. I can lower it. I mean, I can even put it to 0 if we want, but 0 seems to be... I can put it to 0.1. The point is that I would like this part to raise a bit at least. Right? If I go 0.5, it's fucking it up so much. If I go 0.5, it's fucking it up so much. Slightly better, but not really. It's slightly better, but not really. It should be more smooth. The transition should be smoother. If I do that, it's fucking it up immediately. Now this is probably a kind of a weird position, okay? Because the wall thing is going up. I think I need more influence from the arm on the upper part. I think this arm should have more influence on this part above, so that when it goes up, is pushing this part up as well. Kind of more than the problem is that at the moment I'm already 0.3, which is a lot. I don't think I need to go more than that. You see how much he fucks up? I think it's also the rotation point, which is not the best. I think it's also the rotation point, which is not really the best, but also because at the moment we have this look at, which is, I mean, that point, she's kind of far away. But it is a very hard point to fix. Very hard point to fix. Also because as you can see, the arm is rotating. Because our hand is not really in the right position. Right, but... this point is very hard to fix. Because the rotation that is applied starting from here, right? And so it's trying to rotate those things up. Now, if I put the influence to 0, these points will not move. But if these points are not moving, it will become, you know, like this. So super, I mean, one inside the other, which maybe is probably better though. Maybe it's even better though. Because you will see, but you see what happens, you see what happens. But maybe it's better like this, you know, that you see the polygons going in instead of seeing the dip, because seeing the dip is super bad. I think. So basically here part of the shoulder, you know, goes inside, you see? So it goes inside. I think the problem is that the rotation is starting too low. I think the origin of the issue, is this bone here. Yes, I think the origin of the issue is that this bone is too low compared to where the shoulder should move. Yeah, exactly. That's our problem, boys. I can fix it. I mean, I can move. So basically I will have to move the clavicle up. Because that's what is going on, huh? That's exactly what is going on. So this rotation, you see, starts very, very, very low. But if you try to touch your shoulder, right, with the left hand while you are raising your right arm, and you will see that the joint is not, you know, the joint is not here. The joint is more like here, at least. Even maybe here. So the problem is this joint, and since this joint is too low, right? Since this joint is too low, basically this bar, this rotation, you know, is done like this. This rotation is done like this, and so we see an inconsistency between this slope and this slope. So it does exactly like that. While if we move this joint here, right, this bar will be more natural, and when you raise the arm, there will be less difference between this and this. So yeah, I think that may be the issue. Now I can fix it, it's not a problem, in the sense that I can move the, if we go in I think if I go in edit mode of the armature, and I move these ones up, right? My model doesn't move, you see? My model doesn't move. Now, let me just try to exaggerate a bit and see what happens when I go out of edit mode. Yeah, you see? Those are there, and it didn't, okay, it didn't mess up. It didn't mess up. So, So basically I can move those up. Now the problem will be that no, but I think I can do it. I think I can do it. I can move it up a bit like this. But the connection with these ones now is a problem, because this one will... Yeah. It's not too much the problem of the clavicle itself, but it's the problem of the start of this guy. The start of the arm. So where is the arm starting? You see that this is the one that is rotating, right? That is the one that is rotating. So those two should match somehow. And I think probably the clavicle can also avoid moving. What I really need to move are these bones here. Can I hide the wings for 1 second? Because the wings are really messing up. I'm just hiding them so they don't get into the way. Right? So our problem is the start of this. Is the start of this. Now, if I move this one up significantly, I think, as you can see, we start to have a problem on the arm below. So, so it's a bit tricky. It's a bit tricky. I think I can move it up. But then I need to... move it to the inside. This reminds me of the card game. Yes, it's Gwent, the card game. So we're going to move it on the x-axis minus 20... No. Move it on the x-axis minus 0.02. No, plus 0.02. That's a lot. I think we can move it up more. Now that we did this change, I think we can move it up more. Right? So now compared to before, the movement of the shoulder should be instead of being here, is now here. So the rotation should be, I think, should be better. I hope so. Okay, you see that? Okay. Now we have another problem, but is an easier problem to solve, right? Yes. I think now we have another problem, but it's an easier problem to solve because now the position is better. What is happening in the... I don't know, there was something weird. It was... we were missing the middle of the character. Okay. Right, so now the rotation is more proper. We are only looking at this side and not at this side. The rotation is way more proper, so I can ease a bit the this. So I want in the upper arm L to add a bit of weight to this part as well. So this part is going to go up, maybe even more. This part should rotate up, hopefully. And this one, this one cannot be that strong, otherwise. We're going to... What happened? Too much. I need to smooth it, but... yes, like something like that. Now I don't really know if I can solve this, but it's already looking better than before. I think I can try to solve it if we continue to add weight on the upper arm, right? So if we add a bit more weight here on the upper arm. The problem is that I already have a lot. I already have a lot of weight there. I already have quite a bit. I have like 0. This is like 0.5 or so. Why these 2 points are splitting now? Fuck. Why these 2 points are splitting, boys? Why these 2 points are splitting? You see that they are diverging now? I mean, I can copy the weights but... Yes. Now I know all the tricks, huh? I know all the tricks, boys! I know all the tricks! I think it's not bad anyway. I think it's not bad. We can maybe just have this one be slightly less on the upper arm. So I don't know what value is this, but we can go slightly lower. And so that when it goes up, yeah. But I think it's okay. I think it's very good. I think it's very good. I think that we need to then do the copy of everything again. Fuck it, but... But I think it's pretty good. You know, now it's rotating the way it should rotate. Okay, we need to do the same on the left. Fuck. I mean on this, on the right side, on the... whatever. That is looking dangerous. In theory, I think I can just copy the idea, you know. Yeah, it should basically be 0 everywhere here. I don't know why it goes so deep. And yeah, and also here I think it's too deep. Okay, then it should be definitely stronger on this area. But then we have the trick here, right? And the trick is that it should be strong but then here should be like a middle ground. And here we need the clavicle to be... Here we need the clavicle to be... definitely stronger. Now, I don't understand why it seems that there is a problem. Don't understand why. Why is not painting? Para-pam! Now a bit of influence here we want, okay? Like we did on the other side. A bit of influence we want, but it should be a very low influence. To me they look pretty much identical, but this one is fucked up. I don't know why this vertex in particular is so fucked up. I mean, why that vertex there is so fucked up? Where is it coming from? I think because it's probably coming from here and he has no weight on the upper armor while he should. Exactly. Let me bring it back 1 second, because I think that if we analyze it like this is easier. So we did a good job on that side. I'm just trying to do the same job on this side. A bit too much there. Okay. Not perfect, but better. And it's opening up. I don't know, sometimes even if you paint, you know, the same weight between two vertices that are exactly in the same spot, it seems that he doesn't want to do it. So he's just fucking up the weights anyway. I don't know why. Like, you see this separation? It looks like there is a strong separation between this part and that part. While considering I painted the vertex together, this should not happen. But is happening. So I don't know why. Why these ones do not have the same value. Obviously the geometry is different between left and right. It's slightly different, so... I mean, I'm not in love with it, but it's not too bad. Consider the position is anyway kind of an extreme position. Okay, so it's not a typical position. It's something that... I just don't understand why it cannot be the same kind of color here. Why it needs to be... Why it cannot be... No, it's worst, right? I think it's worst. So. I think we need this one to be somehow stronger. Yes. And we need this one to be slightly lower. Yes. Okay, this is the best I can do at the moment. I think it's okay. I mean, it's not great, but I think it's okay. We still have some seams, but we can fix the seams. How can you recognize the difference between seams and seams?
Seams.
Okay.
Sims.
Holy shit. Okay. Okay.
Sims. Sims.
Really?
Sims. Seams.
Wow, it's completely different. Okay. Hello, Dennis. Please, a redhead. We can change the color of the... We can change the color of the hair as we want, actually. So I would not be too concerned about that. At the moment she's blonde. Well, at the moment she's bald. At the moment you can use her as a cup to drink some wine. Because she's missing part of the head. But anyway, yeah, but she has this hair. This hair is pretty bad, I know. It's not. But it was the best I could do. I think the mesh is okay, but the texture is too strong. I don't know, it's not the way I want it to be. But it's fine. Hop, 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 hop. Para-pa-pa-para-pa-para. Now, in theory, we should do this job on all the joints, you know, just to be sure that there is nothing that fucks up. Because the joints are the places where things fucks up. So, for example, here, as you can see, there is already one polygon which is going places. I don't know why, but there is something. You see this one? That is going where it should not go. And why? I have no idea. But we can find out. Yeah, it's just wrongly weighted, I guess. I think it's this part, which is Let me go back to the previous view. Yeah, I think it's that part which is too mild compared to these ones, and so it fucks up. So like this, you should do it little. Should do it less, I mean. Yes. So now is more, you know. So this is exactly how it should be. So that the yeah, the leg is taking precedence compared to the knee, right? The knee should disappear in the inside, basically, and that is exactly how it should be. If you try to do it if you try to, you know, show the knee in the middle, it will just look bad. It will just look bad. Now here we have a bit of a situation though, huh? Here we have a bit of a situation. What the fuck is this thing? Why so? Why so? I think this part should be 50 instead of 100. I don't know. Uh-oh. Did we do damages or no? No, we didn't do damages. I don't understand why if I paint 50%, now I'm at, I know I'm 70%. Okay, sorry. Why so spiky? We know the history of this paint, so they are not perfect for sure. We know the history, but I think like this is okay. There are some polygons fucking up there. Because I think they have too little influence. That is too low compared to... That is a bit too low. Why is doing this? Why is doing that deep? Why is doing that? It's probably on the spine one or no? It's on the pelvis. It's on the pelvis. I can delete. Yeah, well, maybe delete is too much, but yeah, it is better, huh? I think it's better. Why we have some pelvis here? I think this should be 0. No. Hmm. I mean, obviously it's gonna stretch a bit. I mean, that's normal. I mean, these are the difficult points, you know. These are known difficult points. This one, this one, this one, this one, you know, are all the joints, but I think it's reasonable. I don't know why she has this. The butt is losing quality. She has a very nice butt in this position, but when we are rising it like that, it becomes a bit spiky. You see, it becomes a bit spiky here at the back. I don't know if I can do something about it, but yeah, it becomes too spiky there. Well, we don't have a lot of geometry here, unfortunately. So if I look at the geometry, we have one big, you know, chunk there. We could split it if we want. We could make, you know, this a bit nicer. Maybe we should. You know, I know girls are very sensitive about how their butt looks, so I'm just trying to give it a good, you know, a good solution. It's still fucking up because basically, apart that the texture is fucked up, but the problem is that we basically need an extra loop, an extra horizontal loop here. So it's not too much of a problem of the vertical, it's a problem of the horizontal. Yeah, exactly. Because the vertical I'm not gonna use much. Is the... So I need to split it. I don't need to split it this way, I need to split it this way. Right? I need to split it here. The problem is that if I split it here, this thing is doing something stupid like that. So I should cut it maybe. I want to draw a line between, I want to cut this face. I want to cut, wait, no. I want to cut this face horizontally here. This is what I want to do. I did it already a million times, I think. I just need to remember. Bisect or knife? No, I think it was bisect. Cut geometry along a plane. No. Bisect is on the wall thingy. I know, probably is okay. Okay. Do you think it did it? I think it may have done it. I think we have also a problem here, by the way. But here I think is less evident. I think here is more evident. I don't know how many polygons we added. Yeah, quite a bit, but it's okay. We have a problem with the UV. Do you see this UV is completely fucked up? This part of the UV is really fucked up. I don't know why. I mean, it's so bad. Because it's not... Because these pieces are coming from another... These three pieces... No, well, these pieces here are in a completely different place. And they are the wrong shape or whatever. Completely wrong shape. You see this thing? The middle is fucked up. So this part should be a kind of a square, right? And look how it looks here. Is anything but a square. This is already fucked up, so it's completely skewed. So this one is skewed, this one is skewed, this one is skewed, I don't know. It's all skewed in a weird way. Basically this vertex should go more inside, but I think I'm doing more damages than good doing this. This one is also completely skewed. Look at how bad is this one. Why he has to color it like this? Please. Don't color it like that. Give me a transparency so I can see what I'm doing. I can go vertex maybe. No, he makes it. How can I see what I'm doing without him going stupid? I cannot see it because the shading is too strong. I think it's slightly better. But still, I think it's the sides which is fucked up. So it's not scaled. You see how bigger it is. Yes. I think there are 2 or 3 parts which are really too small compared to the rest. This one is also a bit skewed, but I'm not too much concerned about the skew, but I'm more concerned about the resolution. Okay, anyway. In Italy, it is the spider dance, the tarantelle. Yes, the tarantella. My goal is to learn to add combat into my game. Kind of pointless of having an online game if it doesn't have combat. Yes, exactly. You need to have combat, but you can do it differently, maybe. I don't know, only through magic or. Okay, so now we have more polygons to play with. We are still in trouble, but now we should have the power to fix it somehow, because this one, I mean, there should be one vertex here now, right? That before we didn't have. Exactly, this one. So now that we have that vertex, we can really use it to our advantage. And so in the tight L and tight R, yeah, you see? This one is basically not weighted on the tight R, where we should. So we should do it at least a 50, if not more. Okay, and so is already, no, it's not becoming better for whatever reason. It's not becoming very better. I think this influence is too strong, but if I remove this influence here, I think I'm gonna do a mess. If I remove this influence from here, or I make it lower, I mean, I can make it a bit lower. I can make it like 0.8. But our problem is also this one. That I think it should be 0.5 on both. We are still in trouble, We are still in trouble, but we are getting better. Why so much? Because it's the way it's split that is stupid. Which is the one that I added? This one? Don't remember. This one? Yes, this one. That is the one I added. That is the one that I added. Why we cannot see the edges? Why these edges are invisible? I don't know. But apart from that, you know, I think that this part moves too much compared to the other one. I don't know why some faces are not showing the... I'm not showing the vertices, but it's okay. It's still super strong. Why? Should we really give some influence to this one here? I mean, I can, but I think we are gonna do a bit of a mess. I can try. So obviously now is better, but because it's bringing the other leg together with it. Yeah, but probably is a good idea. Yeah, it's a good idea. It's a good idea. So basically you need a bit of influence also on the other part. So I think I need to do the same here then. So that in both cases I'm bringing the other part together with me. Okay. Why we have here all this influence is too much. No? Okay. But these are the toughest pieces, right? So the joints, and mainly the butt when... but here, for example, we still have a problem that we don't have enough influence on this, on the right. Yeah, exactly. We need a bit of an influence on this part at least. I mean, not much, but give me like a 0.2 so that when I move, yeah, exactly. Ah, now it's better here. Now I like this. Ah, yes, now is better there. Now we have another problem, which is this vertex here. I don't know what happened to this vertex here. Maybe I misclicked, but now this vertex seems to be fucked up. Let me paint 0.6 or so. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I mean, I think it will look fine now. Maybe not great, but fine. Okay. Still have a bit of a fuck up there, but I think it's much better. It's probably still pulling too much the bottom, but I think it's okay. Okay, but these are the complex points, you know, the butt, the knees, and the elbow and the shoulders. Now there are other places that may be tough, but they are usually easier. Like if she bends the hand, right? Okay. We can try to see. I mean, even a lot. No, but it looks okay, actually. I'm gonna move the armature, but I think it looks fine. I mean, it's in a very weird position, and it kind of looks okay. Now, is bending starting a bit too much, maybe, from the inside, but should probably start to bend more from here, you know? More from the middle than from here, but I think it's not bad. It will not be very visible in the when she moves. So I mean, it seems a bit stiff, but well, I think it's okay. I'm pretty happy about the result. I think we did it. I think the rig, I don't know how we will look in Unreal, but I think that the weight, I'm pretty happy about the weight. We basically don't have gaps. We have very few gaps. And those gaps, I would just copy, and let me save it. I think we did it, boys. I think we did it. I think this one is done. I think this one is done, at least for the weight. So now what are the next steps? The next step will be, we need to split it again, but splitting is easy because we know I mean, we can even do this. We can even Control L, you see, and here we are getting the split the way we want, right? So I don't know why we still have these problems. Why we have double? Do we still have some double vertices? Are there two vertices here? No, there is one vertex. Then why is not splitting it along that line? Do we have any double geometry? No. Okay. I don't know. Anyway, boys, I think I'm gonna go. I think we did a very good job. It was a bit, you know, boring maybe, but I learned a lot as usual when I'm doing this kind of stuff, which is not exactly, you know, what I do every day. I think that the best practice is to merge the model, at least for the parts that are really sharing vertices, do all the weighting with the model in a single mesh, and then split it after. If you do the opposite, and by the way, I have to say that Blender is pretty smart. When you split, is working well. I mean, it's keeping, and also when you join, when you merge, is working well. Is the armature is staying in place and your weight is staying in place. Your yeah, the only thing that it duplicates the texture, but it is obvious you cannot do anything else. So because now this model has multiple materials, but we can clean it. We can clean it later. Yeah, I'm getting more skilled, I have to say, in this. Yes, and I really like this model. We just need to fix the eyes, which I think they look too strong. I don't know. The eyes look like, at least in game, they look. I don't know. They look like she's looking too strong, but that's okay. So tonight, I don't know if I'm gonna stream after dinner. Probably not, but we can see each other tomorrow evening, okay? Tomorrow evening we'll be here, 95%, I mean, pretty much sure. So thank you for watching, and see you next time. Meanwhile, if you are new to the stream and you want to click on follow on Twitch and subscribe on YouTube, that would be nice. Also, did I have my face big the whole stream? Probably yes, huh? Okay, I forgot to switch the thingy. Yeah. Also, if you want to check our Patreon site, is patreon.com/planeshift. And you can get access to the alpha, you can get access to some videos, and a tag on Discord. At the moment we are 44 Patreons, and thank you to the 44, and we want to reach 45, which is a bit of a, you know, small goal that we have. And if you want to participate, that would be very nice. If not, don't worry, we will do the game anyway, and we love you anyway. Goodbye.